Welcome back to Understanding Special Education in the Durham District School Board. In this final segment, we will look at what happens in the rare occasion that the parent or guardian disagrees with either the identification or placement for their child. It's really important to remember that school boards have specific criteria for the selection of the exceptionality category, and by asking for clarification or sharing your concerns, school staff may be able to support any disagreement or concerns from family. When it comes to placement, a parent or guardian may want a special education class, but one is not available for their child at this time. There may also be additional supports that can be included as part of the indirect support placement, so a discussion is a really important next step. The Durham District School Board acknowledges that many Indigenous nations have long-standing relationships, both historic and modern, with the territories upon which our school board and schools are located. Today, this area is home to many Indigenous peoples from across Turtle Island. We acknowledge that the Durham region forms a part of the traditional and treaty territory of the Mississaugas of Squaw Island First Nation, the Mississauga peoples, and the treaty territory of the Chippewas of Georgina Island First Nation. It is on these ancestral and treaty lands that we teach, learn, and live. The Durham District School Board is committed to learning environments that are safe, welcoming, respectful, equitable, accessible, inclusive, and free from discrimination while placing human rights and equity at the center. So let's talk about what to do if you disagree with either the identification or placement for your child. There is a clearly outlined process in the Guide to Special Education, and don't forget you can find that on the DDSB website. But if you are unsure or have questions, the school principal or CERT should be able to offer information and clarification and possibly avoid the need to go to an appeal. The process, however, does allow a parent or guardian to request in writing a second IPRC meeting within 15 days of the IPRC decisions if you disagree. This meeting will be held as soon as possible and will inform the parent or guardian of any changes to the original decisions. If after this second IPRC meeting you still disagree with either the identification or placement, you can request in writing within 30 days of the first IPRC meeting a formal appeal. The IPRC meeting is only one connection for families and schools to discuss next steps for a student. Communication, collaboration, and partnership are an important part of an ongoing opportunity for the sharing of information, brainstorming of strategies and supports, or documentation of a plan for a student. If there is a possibility that the IPRC decisions are going to be different than you expect, we encourage all parents and guardians to reach out and discuss before the actual IPRC meeting itself. It is also important to remember that there are many paths for a child's success. When this disagreement does occur, however, parents and guardians can make a formal written request within 15 days of the IPRC meeting and its decisions. When the second IPRC meeting does not resolve the issue, parents and guardians can formally request an appeal of the decisions. If you launch a formal appeal, here's what will happen next. A formal special education appeal board will be established by the DDSB, and it will consist of 3 people, one of which is a member the parent or guardian chooses, who has no knowledge of the IPRC decisions or matter under appeal. A chairperson is then selected, and a meeting will be arranged no later than 30 calendar days from the appeal request. Before this meeting date, the appeal board members will receive material related to the IPRC decisions for their review, and they can interview or ask questions of anyone who might help clarify or provide insight to review these decisions made. The meeting will then take place, and information can be presented by the parent or guardian, as well as any DDSB staff. Within 3 days of the appeal board meeting, a recommendation in writing will be made, and it will be to either agree with the original IPRC decisions or disagree with either the identification or placement or both, with a recommendation for any change if this is the case. If the parent or guardian still disagrees with the decision of the appeal board, within 30 days they can file an appeal to the Special Education Tribunal. This video series was intended to support parents and guardians in better understanding special education in the Durham District School Board. You may want to watch specific segments again. You may still have questions, or other questions may come up along the way. Please don't hesitate to continue to reach out to the special education resource teacher or principal of your child's school. Ongoing communication and collaboration are essential to our partnership in student success. If your questions still aren't answered, they will direct you to someone at the board level who may be able to help.